I mean, I love this, but other people hate this. A very specific group of people do not like this. Miami Beach becomes the latest Florida city to see the rainbow crosswalk removed, angering the LGBTQIA plus lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato community. Whatever it is, right? I forget what does the acronym stand for again? But it's the lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato community, right? Anyway, Florida state officials directed local governments to remove art from crosswalks and intersections, including anything associated with social, political, or ideological messages. Yes, that's how it should be. You shouldn't have social, political, or ideological messages on government-owned or public areas. If you want to own a business, or if you want to go and like protest with a sandwich board or something like that, you can do that. You can bring your own property and do that. But having installments of social, political, or ideological messages, no, we don't. You don't need that in public spaces. So here's the image we used in the thumbnail today of them ripping up this gay flag. We need to take back the rainbow, but as of right now, it symbolizes the gay flag. Residents and members of the lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato plus community in Miami Beach, Florida, are reeling after the state's transportation department removed a rainbow crosswalk in the city. The Pride-themed crosswalk, which was placed in the heart of Miami Beach, was removed by a crew from the Florida Department of Transportation on Sunday evening. Miami Beach Commissioner Kristen Rosen Gonzalez, who opposes the decision, told The Independent that the removal shocked our community. To the residents of the Miami Beach in our lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato, what can I use for Q? What's something, what's food that starts with Q? Hang on, hang on, guys, help me out here. Food that starts with Q. What's some food that starts with Q? We got lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato, and let's see. We can use, quesadillas. Yes. Well, no, I like quesadillas. Is that there's not a lot of options here. What is that? I don't know what that, Quail? What? It's a small, quail. Yeah. I guess it's a small game. I guess the only thing quesadillas? What is the cute, that's not how you spell quesadillas. Quesadillas? Whatever, quesadillas. I'm saying it on purpose, by the way. I'm saying it like that on purpose to piss anybody off. Quesadillas? Let's see. No, I guess you would spell quesadilla with a Q, huh? All right, well, there you go. So you got the lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato, and quesadilla community. So those tourists from around the world, please know that the removal of the sidewalk or crosswalk was not our decision. It was the state of Florida's, and we will continue to welcome with open arms and inclusion everyone who visits Miami Beach, she said. Konoya, what is a quitch? I do see that here. A fruit with a tart flavor that is often cooked to make jams and jellies. How do you say it? Oh wait, no, that's quince. That's a quince. What's a? You guys are giving me your suggestions now. What is a French savory tart made with a pastry crust and custard filling of eggs, milk, and various ingredients like cheese, meat, and vegetables? Quitch? Is that how you the quitch? Quiche? Oh, you call it quiche? Quiche egg pie thing. So is it called quiche? Is that what it is? So lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato, and quiche. Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to fill in the acronym. I don't care what it actually means. Because, I mean, it should stop here. It should, all this, TQ plus, everything after that is irrelevant. LGB is separate from TQ plus. It always has been, and it should remain so. The fact that they try to rope them in is ridiculous. This marks the latest removal of a rainbow crosswalk after the Florida Department of Transportation issued a memo in June prohibiting road art, including anything with social, political, or ideological messages or images, and does not serve the purpose of traffic control. Absolutely, this takes up space on the road. People have a hard time driving as is. I mean, just drive literally anywhere in America. You'll realize that there's idiots on the road. I think you need to have more markings on the road to guide people, not less markings for your ideological purposes. Unless a Gadsden flag were to be put in the middle of an intersection, like look, you don't, the intersection is usually blank anyway, right? So can we just put a massive Gadsden flag in the middle of all of the intersections? I think we should do that. I'm in favor of that. And then it would also be ironic, right? Because it's don't tread on me, and then people would tread on it every day. So, because that's what our government does to us. Yay! Anyway, the city commissioner unanimously appealed the crosswalk's removal, but received notice late Friday night that the appeal was denied. Miami Beach Commissioner Alex Fernandez told The Independent. So they tried to appeal it, and then the locals were like, oh yeah, appeal it unanimously. But the transportation department said, yeah, go screw. This crosswalk, it represented so much to so many people who, over the decades, endured everything from workplace discrimination to the stigma of HIV and AIDS, expulsion from the military, housing inequity, and, of course, the long fight for marriage equality. These were hard-won battles that took us, the gay community, from being marginalized to being visible and being included to being recognized. Look, guys, I am not in favor of gay marriage. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a religious person. I believe in God. But the marriage is specifically a religious thing. Getting married is a religious act. And it's very, very specific in its wording. It's the union of a man and a female. It's the union of a male and a female. That's what it is. Marriage is the union of a male and a female. If a same-sex couple wants to get together, I don't care at the end of the day. Do what you want to do, but this is another thing that's been culturally appropriated. They talk for all the things that Democrats talk about with cultural appropriation. I think this is the best example of cultural appropriation. You have taken one thing from a religion that you like, and you have taken it and tried to twist its meaning. Marriage does not exist for same-sex couples. What does exist is a partnership. You can be a partner to someone. You can have a commitment to someone, but that does not mean you are married. Sounds like a whiny gay guy. Right, exactly. They all are. They're all a bunch of whiny gay guys saying stuff like this. I mean, at the end of the day. To see our own government, our own state government that should be here to protect us, to lift all of its people, to waste the taxpayers' money and coming in and ripping out brick by brick our symbol of inclusion, our symbols of progress, our symbols of safety. It was heartbreaking at best, grotesque at worst. You used taxpayer money to install this. Was it not a waste of money to rip up the concrete then? Was it not a waste of... No, of course not, because it supported your ideas. It supported your ideas at the time, so it wasn't a waste of, state government, money and stuff like that. A drag performer told local outlet WSVN that the crosswalk represents blood, sweat, and tears. No, it doesn't. I literally worked so hard on this sidewalk for many years and struggled to come out here and perform and share art, share my craft. So it tears my heart to see it go away, but we're going to fight. We're not going anywhere, the performer said. Yeah, you're still allowed to be who you want to be. I'm just saying that, like, you don't need a freaking sidewalk to like, be who you are. What did Tactile Singer say? Gotta replace the bacon, though. We need to keep that to ourselves. Gotta replace the bacon? What do you mean, replace the bacon? That's a bad name altogether. I see what you... gotta replace the bacon. Well, then what should we... So lettuce, guacamole, burritos, taquitos, and quesadillas. There you go. There, I got a new acronym. Most of this stuff, I mean, they had to remove a Back the Blue. They had to remove some of these other things. And so it spans different things. But we've made the policy decision in Florida that we're not going to use the road for that purpose. The Independent contacted the Florida Department of Transportation for comment. This comes more than a month after officials removed a rainbow crosswalk outside of Orlando's Pulse nightclub, where a gunman killed 49 people in 2016, and the deadliest attack on LGBT plus people in U.S. history. I won't make the joke there because that is absolutely disgusting. People in the U.S. history. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer called the removal of the crosswalk a callous and cruel political act. It's not. We're not trying to be political about this. That's the whole point of the removal, is to remove political symbolism from our streets. We are devastated to learn that overnight the state painted over the Pulse Memorial Crosswalk in Orange Avenue. Dyer said in a statement, this callous action of hastily removing a part of a memorial to what was at the time our nation's largest mass shooting without any supporting safety data or discussion is a cruel political act. It was not in memorial to the nightclub. That's not what it was. You can say that it was, but that's not what those crosswalks have been for. They have been to basically mark their territory. That when they put up these things, they're marking their territory, saying, "Hey, we own this place. We as the LGBTQ plus community own this area. You're in our area. You're in our territory." That's them marking their territory. That's what this is, and it needs to be removed. STF up, homo. All right, Buck. I think crosswalks should be those giant piano keys. I think we can all get behind that. Absolutely. That sounds amazing. You know how they have like the musical roads in some places? We should have musical crosswalks. So when you're, and that would help public safety if you think about it. If we had musical crosswalks and you had a loud piano noise playing, it might let drivers know that you're crossing the street, you know? It could be beneficial. Could be beneficial. I don't know. If they want one in front of Pulse, that's fine for a memorial, but not all over. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how close this other crosswalk was to the Pulse nightclub, but instead of doing it as a crosswalk, I'm not in favor of having this stuff on the streets. We need to leave the streets for road markers and directing traffic. If you want to have a memorial in front of the nightclub, then put something on the sidewalk, like turn the entire sidewalk in front of the nightclub into a gay pride flag or whatever. Sure, I don't care if you want to do that and it's supposed to be a memorial for the nightclub shooting. Sure, that's fine, but it should not be on the road. So the new Civil War will be delineated by the gay-some dick suck lines. The gay-some dick suck lines. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that, Tinker. I think we're just gonna end on that one. That's put up a giant gay flag. Yeah, just put up a giant gay flag. We're gonna end it there. We're gonna end the segment right there. Anyway, moving on.